Welcome back to 123 Kimchi. Today I'm sharing a spring special and it's one of my signature kimchi recipes, white asparagus mul-kimchi. I created this recipe several springs ago for a masterclass to highlight one of the seasonal vegetables that I fell in love with here in Europe. White asparagus, or what they call white gold in Europe, is one of the first things I look for in spring markets. It's delicate, juicy, and just perfect for this kind of mild kimchi. Mul-kimchi means water kimchi, a broth-based kimchi that's light, crisp, and gently tangy. It captures the essence of juicy white asparagus. We're starting with a bunch of white asparagus. Wash and peel them thoroughly, especially the thick lower stalks. Then cut off the dry part at the bottom. You can cut them to suit your style. For an elegant look, cut them longer and have them lengthwise. Or go with shorter pieces that's simple and perfect for serving in a bowl with the broth. Personally, I like both cuts depending on the occasion. The bite-sized pieces are easier to serve with a spoon along with the broth, while the half spears look so elegant on the table and have a satisfying crunch when you bite into them. To brine, dissolve coarse sea salt in water, pour over the asparagus and let it soak for 20 minutes. It gently seasons the asparagus and helps preserve their crispness. For this kind of brining, you don't need to rinse the asparagus afterward. We'll just keep building on it by adding the seasoned juice directly into the same container. Next, we'll build the base of the broth with Asian pear, daikon radish, and classic kimchi aromatics like garlic, ginger, and onion. Blend the pear, daikon, and onion with a cup of water until smooth. Then add crushed garlic and sliced ginger and pulse a few times until finely minced. Strain the mixture through a cloth or a fine sieve directly over the kimchi container. Squeeze the pulp to extract all the flavors. We're using only the juice here to keep the broth clean and refreshing. A pro tip, I like to add a whole red chili pepper. It adds subtle depth and aroma without making the broth spicy. Just poke a few holes to help release the flavors, then make sure it's fully submerged. Close the lid and let it ferment at room temperature for 1 to 2 days. As it starts to bubble gently, transfer to the fridge to slow ferment. After 5 to 7 days, the flavors will be delicate, crisp, and lightly fizzy. The carbonation holds especially well when fermentation happens slowly at cooler temperatures. It's been a week, so let's taste the kimchi. The tangy, lightly bubbly broth is heavenly. And the asparagus, so juicy and crisp. You can serve this kimchi as a side dish with Korean barbecue or any kind of meal. You can also stir in thin noodles to make cold noodle soup. Or if you're feeling fancy, even serve it as a palate cleanser between the courses. This really is one of my favorite spring dishes, and I'm sure it'll become one of your favorites too. And as always, enjoy the process and happy kimchi making!